Thank you, John McLaughlin. Issue 1, 9 dead, 35 wounded over the weekend in Chicago because of violence, shootings, including one incident where 5 children were hurt around 67th and Michigan. Is this one of Gary McCarthy's blips? Did the weather cause it? Should we ban the manufacture and sale of handguns in the United States of America? Eleanor Clift.
Bumps in the road, I think, is the term he uses.
Oh,
HeyJackass.com, which does a great job tracking violent crime stats in the city of Chicago, notes something that's interesting that runs counter to the propaganda you hear from City Hall as well as you see on CNN, and that is through April 19th, 91 homicides in Chicago this year, as compared to 94 last year. So this idea that there's this precipitous drop in violent crime, not really true. Yes, 2012 was an aberration, but this goes back to kind of a consistent number of murders in previous years. Other thing interesting to note, in the month of April this year as compared to last year, we've more than quadrupled the number of people who have been shot in the ass. So, so that's something that we want to look at as well. 98 people have been shot in the ass so far this year.
This is called,
it's not funny, but it is
I believe that's
kind of
called,
funny to say.
I believe that's called leading from behind.
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Issue 2, the Blackhawks blew a couple of leads over the weekend in the last minute or seconds. The Bulls blew a 13-point lead in the third quarter. What is the matter with our Chicago teams not being able to close it? Their season's going to close very fast. More time.
Well, I don't know. I'm not much of a hockey expert, so I'll let you speak to the Blackhawks. But the problem with the Bulls is I really don't like this matchup with the Wizards. And to your point about a closer, it's the Bulls' lack of a closer. If you saw those few possessions in the last 2 minutes, Kirk Heinrich, who otherwise played well, made some terrible decisions. They just don't have a go-to guy. And you need that in the NBA.
Like Derrick Rose,
for example.
who isn't even enough. This DJ Augustine, I haven't watched that much of the Bulls this year. I mean, he was dribbling the ball and dribbling the ball and dribbling the ball. He was dribbling. There was no passes. Stacey King said there was no passing. They wouldn't get the ball around. And did you see all the backdoor plays by Washington? Underneath, they were unmolested there. There was no defense.
Yeah, they've just got some matchup problems with size underneath. That the Wizard. I mean, look, Noah was dominated by Nene, so that's a big problem.
No.
And they've got big guards with John Wall and Beal, and frankly, Wall and Beal had subpar games, and the Wizards still won. It's a really bad matchup for the Bulls. They may be able to get by them, and if they get by them, I think they go to the Eastern Conference Finals. But this is going to be a tough series.
You're going to the Blackhawks game tonight, right?
I'm not. I have my own basketball game, so I have to give up my tickets. I have the playoffs for my basketball league. That takes precedence.
So much for the first round of the National Hockey League playoffs. If this were the finals, I think you'd give up the basketball game, wouldn't you?
No. I want to finish what I started in my basketball league to win.
Don't you want to see if the Blues retaliate and headhunt the Chicago Blackhawks tonight?
Was that a cheap shot that Seabrook?
You don't have